Here are 18 movements the human body makes. The problem with most high school programs is you work on 7 out of 18. There are 3 planes of movement the human body makes or goes through. You got your sagittal, that's your squat, bench, pull-up, deadlift, curl. For the most part, that's your high school lifting program. Frontal or coronal, that's your side-to-side movements. And then you got your transverse, that's your rotational movements. Like I said, most high school programs train 1/3 of the planes that we really use in sport. 4 lifting tempos that athletes should be using in the off season. Slow or isometrics, yielding isometrics, surpassing isometrics. Does a great job of recovery for your athletes. You never have to say, hey, take a week off. Well, I want my athletes in the gym even when they're working on recovery. Builds hypertrophy, so your athletes get bigger, muscles get more dense. Works on mental toughness. You get an athlete that moves a weight that's extremely heavy in a 4-second down, 4-second up, you're going to find out who your studs are. Not necessarily who the strongest kid is, but who's willing to give you the extra effort. And then it's a great opportunity to move slow as a coach. When your athletes are moving slow, you can really correct form really well. Now, I don't want you to think that you got to stay in this for like a month. A week, maybe 2 weeks is enough. Moderate tempo. This is maybe 2 seconds up and down. Maybe a slight 1-second pause at the top and the bottom. We're still working on strength and hypertrophy in this phase. Then you got your quick lifting. This is where you're lifting as heavy weight as you can, trying to move as fast as you can with the weight without being ballistic. And then you've got your explosive. So that works on power and works on your metabolic pathways. Again, most high school programs only use half of what we should be using. 5 stability progressions. Bilateral supported, so that's using machines, straight bars. Bilateral unsupported, dumbbells, pulleys, and rubber bands. Bilateral unsupported unstable. So now we're doing an overhead press with rubber bands or pulleys or something, and we might be seated on a stability ball, or we might just be standing on one leg. What that does is require the core to really work well with the upper body and with the shoulder. Then we get into isolateral or contralateral unsupported, so that's using dumbbells, 1 arm at a time, or standing in a split stance. And then you've got your isolateral, contralateral, unsupported, and unstable. Most high school programs lift in 2 at most. I have 2 of my staff members go through and we showed what a machine chest press, how much weight they could move for 5 reps, what their bar chest press, what they could move for 5 reps, all the way down. You can see in the parentheses is what we're after. How much pounds per hand were they lifting at that point? In machine press, they're lifting 155 pounds a hand. Now that is a strong individual. But you can see as it goes down to a chest press, which is a little bit more unstable, athlete A drops to 125 a hand. Dumbbell chest press, now we're down to 100 pounds a hand. One arm standing chest press. So they got on a cable machine, stood like this and pressed out as many reps as they could. 55 pounds a hand was the most that athlete could do. Two arm chest press standing. So here, pressing out. Now we're down to 40 pounds a hand. The thing that gave out wasn't the chest. The rest of the body gave out. Same thing with this one. The core gave out, the shoulder stability gave out. And then standing on one arm, standing on one leg, chest press. So they were here, pressing out. You will see that most athletes, when they come into us, they're between 7 and 9% when you get to the last stage. One of our athletes, the one that was at 16%, is an MMA fighter. So he's been working in my system on nothing but functional stuff exclusively now for about a year. The carryover is a little bit more. But at what point on this continuum does it become athletic strength that you can apply in your sport? I don't even think it's laying on your back here. You see that there's still over a 50% drop, somewhere between 55 and 60% drop in strength by putting your athlete in an upright position. One of the things that's cool about physics is you find out that the most an athlete can press in a standing position is 54% of their body weight. You cannot press, the physics will not allow, I don't care if you can bench press 800 pounds. You stand an athlete up that's 200 pounds, and you'll be lucky to get them to press out 110 pounds. Physics won't allow it. Most of them don't even have shoulder stability to be able to do that kind of weight. So most coaches really focus on just building limit strength. I want to increase my athlete by 10% on their bench press or squat in the off season. However, when you go back to what is applicable strength, on a bench press, a 10% increase on my one athlete that was benching 250 pounds for reps, the carryover per hand is 4 to 6 pounds. But yet we'll drive that athlete to add as much weight in that bench press as possible and sacrifice the shoulder joint. My point is, you have a greater chance of increasing core and shoulder stability and increasing the amount of strength that you can do with that by 20%, which then you end up with a 14 to 16 pound increase on the field. Now, instead of just focusing on this, why not do both? Have your athlete lift hard, but also have them do the stability stuff that they need to do for the core and the shoulder and get 20 to 26 pounds. Huge difference between 4 to 6 pounds and 20 to 26 pounds of usable strength.